Welcome to Who Knows? So today I'm going to talk about TCM. Why I want to talk about this is have some reason, because my husband just recently make a video. It's about like why Chinese patients hate Western medicine, and this is my opinion in this video. So first I want to explain what is a TCM a little bit. In China we call this is a zhongyi, right? So actually this including two big parts. One part is about the herb. I want to, if I want to use one unprofessional way to explain, is a kind of just like herb treatment by Chinese recipe. Is that maybe it's funny, but because I know that the herb treatment actually is quite well known by the whole world. Like the Indian, they have their own herb treatment, and also another country they have their own special herb treatment. So in China, it's a TCM, and also we have another treatment is including in the zhongyi, is like acupuncture and massage as well. And also my husband's favorite is the cupping, because actually he not really believe that can help him recover. He just feels nice after the cupping, the muscle feel better, and just think that work. Because it's difficult to explain why the cupping will work on the patient with about the 湿气 or like a 凉气, that kind of 热气 thing, and he didn't believe that. But after the cupping, the muscle feel better, so I think that's why he like it. So, and then the next question is, do I like TCM? Well, I have to be honest, I really hate the taste because most of the TCMs, it's really taste bitter. Definitely not that tasty. But that also depends on the recipe the TCM doctor give to you. Because last year, maybe some of you might remember, I have a surgery last year, and then after surgery I find a good TCM doctor to help me to recover better. And she know I hate the TCM taste, so she did help me to make the TCM not that bitter, not that disgusted. Actually it's okay, but still not enjoyable. So don't try to imagine the TCM will taste just like a normal tea. It won't be that tasty for sure. And do I think is TCM work well? Well, the answer is, I think it's definitely work well if you find the right TCM doctor to give you the right thing. Because oh yeah, I have to mention one thing. It's like the TCM is like can be magic, but you have to smart to use it. Like some patients, if they just been diagnosed, they have some earlier stage cancer, and they choose refuse to have a surgery and choose to just take the TCM. I think it's a bit silly, because TCM still not 100% can cure the cancer, but for the late stage cancer, which just means they already lose the surgery opportunity, and also maybe the another treatments is too dangerous for the patient, so actually just wait and die. So for that kind of patient, sometimes the TCM can really help them, can feel better, or they can eat normal or sleep normal, and maybe they can live a little bit longer than the Western teachers, that the Western doctors say. So I do think that it's sometimes work quite well. And also for the pregnancy problem, because this day a lot of women have the pregnancy problem, which is they can't find out why. But the TCM sometimes they can help that part. Maybe it's about some, I don't know, the balance or what, that we always have a yin, a yang, and like a 金木水火土, that kind of a balance. So yeah, the main point is keep the body balance. So I guess maybe for the pregnancy, the hop like can help them relaxing, or maybe just make the immune system a bit better, that kind of thing, I guess. And because these two problem, it's a really difficult to deal with. That's why if some TCM doctor, they are very famous to fix the cancer and the pregnancy problem, they will be super expensive to visit. That's like, if you see the like a common code for TCM, maybe just 50 RMB, you can have a 5-day TCM to drink about it. But for that kind of special problem, maybe you have to spend a few hundred or even thousands. So, because it's a special, not all the TCM doctor can do that. So yeah, and another common problem I think is work quite well. It's like like if you have a sleeping problem or the stomach problem, and the old generation these days, they still quite scared about the Western medicine because they think it's always too strong. It's because it works too well, so they think it's too strong. And they also, sometimes they do think too much. They like to read the instruction in the box. So they think, wow, that like maybe 1 in 1,000% or 1 in the 1,000% might happen on the side. So they do scare a little bit to use the Western medicine, but not for the young generation. This day young generation like me, we just don't want to spend the time to cook it. We think the taste is not that good. So like we make quite a lot of them like prefer to use the Western medicine, but you always will see different patients. It's quite difficult to it's quite difficult to just tell you a number, but to be a doctor in at least how many years? 12 years. I understand now like everyone, they want a different thing. Like some patients, they only want the TCM, and some patients, they only want the Western medicine, and some people, they just believe us, like let us choose what we want to give. So depend, they have their own mind, so that's fine. And oh yeah, I forget to mention about the acupuncture and the massage and the cupping. That really work well for some muscle pain, or if you have some like injuries, but of course not like the bone broken, that kind of thing, because that kind of thing you must have some surgery to make it stable, right? But if you just have some, like the injury by the exercise, it's really help a lot by the massage or the acupuncture. So it's a special, like before in my clinic, we have one like a very well-known professor, and he's super good at to fix the patient who have the paralysis after stroke. Half body can't move, that kind of thing. And after he used a few times acupuncture, and the hand and the legs that can move, and that's really surprised the patient. So they really follow him everywhere to keep the treatment going on. And that's really kind of a magic, because it's not really can help a lot by the West medical. So yeah, I do think TCM work quite well in China. And I want to clear one thing, because I see, maybe just one comment like right down in my husband's video is say like I'm not the real GP because I use TCM. I think that's just quite funny, because what, in China, China is famous by TCM. So like to be a GP in China, if I don't know how to use TCM, then I'm not the then I'm not the real doctor in China. Even I don't have to use them all the time. But you know what, this day, because the generation of the young doctor, we use less and less TCM. And actually, you know, this is a really important traditional for the whole China. And I do think this is important to keep this going on. Hope you learned something, and see you next time.